Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Green 80! 43's the mic. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up! Joker, 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 Joker!
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43. I know he ain't got it. 43. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Slam, slam, slam. Wide. Get guys, listen.
Here's Wilson to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Wilson looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A lot more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. David Onyemata able to record his 5th sack of the season. On third and short. Drake. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all play. 54, right there, right there.
They'll run. It's Drake. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On first down, Carson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Target. 12. Come. Check 50. Check 50. Come on. Safe. Friday.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The handoff to the right side. It's Drake. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Push him back.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Throwing is Murray on third down. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the Rams have opened it up to lead by a couple of touchdowns now. Jared Goff, a first-quarter touchdown pass in that one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A terrific run there by Penny. 44 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Here comes the ball.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it 2nd and 7. These two teams all tied after one.
Check 31, check 31.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Now Rashad Penny. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Carson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Get off the field. 14.
Throwing is Wilson. Able to get this to Gordon. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. A perfectly executed crossing route.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
On 1st down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Kill.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
This is Carson. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Murray going to throw. Trying to improvise. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Let's go.
Murray now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Murray now. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as he'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Lockett. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And that will come the offense as they take over. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the 2nd quarter now. And the Rams have opened it up to lead by a couple of touchdowns now. Jared Goff with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Fair. 35's the mic. Watch the run.
Good touch.
Now Wilson. Being chased out left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cassius Marsh has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
12. Four down.
Pass. Mike 35.
Hey, alert.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Touch 50.
Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Under 10.
Bang out, bang out, bam, bam. Got, got, got.
Check three, check three, check three. Check, check.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Flush to his right. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. We got it. We got it.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's go.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Oh, look at that. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
I'm going to run you over.
Only 2 there on the dump off. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Murray now to throw. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10, first down Arizona. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You must be getting tired of seeing this.
Throwing on first down is Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
What? 380!
Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this.
On first down, Carson trying to run inside, but nothing there. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 36. Here's Carson. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
43's the mark.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. It's caught, Lockett. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a give, right side. It's Carson, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Going for the deep ball. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there of 22.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the footballing.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. I got it.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Murray now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
35 to Mike. Mike 35. Mike 30.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Check. Lucky.
Wilson steps away to his left. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Check 26.
Run left. Go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the ready. 50. Who that? He's coming. Double up.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Murray. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts. So we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Alert.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Hey, Hero, this green ain't shot.
Now it's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30.
That's another Seahawks first down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A gain of 4 last play. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Punching it in from a yard away. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw is Murray. Dancing to his left. That ball complete to Isabella. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down.
Here we go. Mike Fitzwheel. Get in the right wheel.
Now Murray. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Murray. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Check, 43. What we got?
One final kneel down here as it comes in.